Hello, Ophiuchus. Okay, you're getting the first soul path reading because you had a massive windfall of love and likes and comments and just all of the energy flowing through your videos. Okay, Aquarius wasn't far behind you. It is Aquarius season. They are bringing in, right, this beautiful energy. Okay, so I just love it. All right, so I gotta look and see what we're looking at for Ophiuchus. Okay, because every sign is looking at something very different. Okay, so Ophiuchus. Okay, we are pulling from the I Ching this week. Okay. And, well, the next 2 weeks, technically. And you got 3 to the 17, but you also got an extra card of 56, okay? So this is trouble at the start to following. Water over thunder, lake over thunder. Learning wolf to integration alligator. Okay? And I really love that this is kind of pulling over, right? Like emotions over top of that thunder. It really is coming in with that energy of the eruption that just happened, right? Which I see as being kind of our integration of the fire codes, releasing the water codes, all right? And that the wolf is learning, okay, and then moving into this integration, right, with this alligator where, nobody's going to mess with the alligator. But here's the thing. It came in with this weird side energy of card 56. Okay, I Ching 56. Distraction of the wanderer, the opossum. Moving from following to traveling. Fire over the mountain. Fear is what will keep you stuck. So I feel like what we're really looking at here this week for Ophiuchus is, right, you need to move out of the headspace, okay? The distraction is your headspace. So you are, right, from following to traveling. Traveling would be astral. It would be being in the headspace. Like, I sat down originally to do your reading several hours ago, but I also was going to do, now it doesn't want to go in there. There we go. But I also was going to do my podcast for next week. And I start out before I do things, right? Like I do my meditation. And I started the meditation, and the meditation took me down a spiral rabbit hole, okay, into Glastonbury, right? I'm like, what? Crazy stuff that comes out, okay? So how do you keep following your path, okay, without moving into the astral plane, which is very hard for Ophiuchus, okay? All right, thank you for the reminder, Spirit. For those of you that are new, I am an intuitive. I'm channeling through the cards, so what you might see as traditional tarot may not show up always in my readings. Okay, for those of you returning, thank you. I appreciate you so much. That's why you are getting the very first reading out of the gate for the Soul Path readings. Okay, those that resonate with Ophiuchus, it may be because of your natal chart. It may also be because you align with this idea of the blue rays, okay, the medians coming from the stars, being aligned in a divine counterpart relationship, or coming into your own divine union, okay? It's a very beautiful, very, very beautiful energy of this sign. It's what sparked my Celestial Spark book, which I am now writing the next follow-up, which is those celestial codes, okay? So just and it's bringing me into some beautiful energies. Oh my gosh, you guys. Ophiuchus, you've sparked it all, okay? And there's a reason for that, I know. So for the collective here, okay, there is a rebirth coming of a wish. Sometimes what we think we've wished for is really not what we've wanted. And so our real wish kind of underlines it. So you may or may not be getting what you think you are out of this wish, but your wish is being kind of reborn here. And there's this beautiful emotional transformation, okay? Bringing your emotions into this very pure energy. You know, what I was guided to in my own reading, because what Spirit does is Spirit has me do the reading. They show me how they want the reading to go. I do not do traditional layouts, okay? So they show me how they want it to go, going through a reading for myself. And that's how they want to do it, because they don't want me to put my energy into your reading, okay? They want me to have my own reading so that then I don't put it into your reading, because my natal chart is equal parts of all 4 elements, all right? And so what they showed me, the one thing was that going into the stillness, okay, that still energy, and letting myself not just be in the moment, not chase after that wish. Let that wish come to me, okay? And so that could be definitely a message for the collective here, okay? So let's see what you need to do to follow your path, okay? What you need to do to follow your path. Thank you. And how is Spirit helping you? Thank you. Okay. It's important to be free of that fear, right? Again, this is really, really coming in that you have to be free of that fear. That fear is coma. That fear is stuck, okay? But you can stand still, right? Like I said, stand still in your power, but be free of that fear, okay? And I love this, right? Again, it's already coming in as this very aligned energy for you. Okay, so let's lay it out. Okay, what do you need to know? Okay, the learning to follow your path. Learning to follow your path. Thank you. Okay. How is Spirit helping? Thank you. How is Spirit helping? Thank you. How is Spirit helping? One more. Okay, thank you. Alright, let me get this unwind. If you ever wonder why readers seem a little OCD, right, with the card decks, generally, like when you're intuitive, what you're actually doing is you're just aligning the energies, okay? You just want the energies to line up so that Spirit shows you the patterns, okay, and brings those messages to you. Okay, the bottom of the deck here, we've got the 5 of Wands. Again, right? You're like, what wish did I put out there? What am I getting? Okay, but it's all about lessons. So, all right, so what you need to know here about your soul path, right, that you are going on here, this learning and traveling, okay? Become the elixir. Again, we've got a 5 and we're starting off with a 5 here. It's 50, right? So it's a 5. Let your glow do the heavy lifting. So really let your spirit, okay? The challenge here is to let your spirit, your higher self, do the heavy lifting and for you to just be in the moment and let it come to you. I feel like that's an important message, right? And let's see what we need to know about that. Yeah, okay. Thor, the hallowing, right? The tower moment. I was just writing for my podcast, like I said, and I was writing about that, the energy of a tornado or a hurricane, which I do think is going to be next. Okay, because I really, if I'm remembering correctly, after when I was writing Celestial Spark, after I went into the underwater volcanoes, I was brought to the idea of two tornadoes kind of meeting each other, right? Or it was like when a volcano meets a hurricane, sort of an idea, but I'm really getting this idea of this meeting of that sort of energy. But the hallowing here, right? We know that the egg chooses which sperm it allows in to create with. Okay, and the old energies are that, oh, it's whatever the strongest masculine is. Well, no, right? Like it is, which the masculine energy that shows itself to the feminine is truly the strongest. Okay, the one that can open up their feminine vulnerability, male or female, doesn't matter, is truly the strongest. And what that egg is looking for is that symbiotic balance to create what it is meant to be. Okay, and so that egg is definitely relying on these like very ancient codes within us at that atomic spiritual energy level. Okay, so on your soul path here, first card out, the Lovers, right? Know that what is meant for you is yours, okay? And union within yourself or with another is exactly what it is meant to be. And you shouldn't have any fears about that. Right now with the Three of Swords, the masculine heart, right? This new masculine heart is healing. And I love that it comes out with the King of Cups here, with the feminine standing above the emotions, right? Standing still, being strong, standing still, holding their ship, waiting until this, masculine energy comes forward and says, I'm ready to give you my emotions. Okay. But part of what I also love is that spiral feminine energy is at work in the masculine heart. Okay. And where we see the Three of Swords being in here, right? I don't feel like the way that it's coming through, because they're also showing me like the spider webs kind of down here, which to me is this new world being created. Like the masculine is calling on their feminine energy, right? Let's heal and release the wounds, right? So then I can move into my emotional King of Cups energy. Now you're being guided here to keep following what makes you feel good, okay? What spirit, right? Let your spirit do the heavy lifting. They're going to send you things and say, oh, you'll like this. Oh, you'll like that. Oh, you'll like this, right? So if you're walking through the store and you go, oh God, avocado certainly sounds really good. Grab an avocado, right? Follow these inklings of joy and love, okay? Because what's happening is it's going through this patient energy where, right, like it's like your masculine energy is kind of like shading your feminine energy right now, allowing this temperance, this birth, this beautiful energy to kind of come into play. And then we had an extra card sneak out, the King of Swords. So I do feel like there's this energy of seeing through this very ancient mystic realm, right? Right? Some of the information that we have is coming out, which is really beautiful and very aligned to, right, creating this new being, which could be the divine union within yourself. It could be coming together with someone. Now you are a unit, right? So let's clarify some of this. Okay, tell me what else we need to know about the Lovers. My spirit. Okay. The Hermit with the Two of Swords. Again, staying in the stillness to realize, where has these old patterns, right, been coming up that aren't really aligned with that sort of energy of Zen? Because with the Seven of Wands and the Two of Cups, we may have been pushing forward, right? Have you been pushing forward this agenda of two instead of just letting it beautifully come together naturally? Okay, the Three of Swords. There's the Queen of Cups. Okay, again, I said the feminine energy is healing this masculine heart. Now, it doesn't have to be the masculine's heart. It is a masculine heart. Okay, we have masculine and feminine energies within us. So it is whatever it is for you. King of Cups. Okay, there's the wishes. The Star. And there's a lot of wishes. And so in some instances, it is, again, to stop chasing after all of these choices, whether it's you, whether it's them, okay, whether it's both, to not chase after all of these choices and start letting these shooting stars come to you. Okay. Nine of Cups. There's the Queen of Swords, okay? But she's put down her swords, but within her hands, she is still a little bit fearful of allowing herself to not be controlled and to just follow those inner inklings of joy. So be patient here, Temperance. Okay, Ace of Swords, right? You'll learn as you practice this. You will learn how to follow the joy, how that you're getting a nudging of joy. You'll start learning to follow your heart and not your limbic brain. Okay, and that gives you a different optical here. The King of Swords crossed by the Four of Cups. Okay, so all of a sudden you understand where you've restricted yourself based on old paradigms. I get what they're saying though, right? It's like the damming up of the emotions, like you've restricted yourself because, right, I'm not going to open that window. I'm not going to open this space because of a protective energy. Okay. So how is Spirit helping you here? Okay. Spirit is giving you me time. Time to tune into your galactic self. Okay. Enjoying your own company. Really playing in that solar plexus energy, right? Tapping into that astral plane. So let's look at that again. Me time. And for some of you, that may be hard to do, right? You may be very alpha. Okay. Yeah, okay. This is part of your rebirth here. To just be where you follow your path and you are at will taking what you want, right? Sagittarius energy there. Okay, and the Ophiuchus sign, some of you may reside in what has always been Sagittarius. Okay, that's one thing about the Temple of the Zodiac, is that there still was the 12 zodiacs, but outside of it was the 13th zodiac. Okay, the great zodiac, the great hound that birthed the other 12. I thought that was pretty cool. All right, so, and that's kind of what happened, right? The Blu-ray channel came to me and I was like, oh, Ophiuchus, right? I never had known of Ophiuchus. I know I had read an article once and then it left my mind. And then it birthed this whole book of channeled stories that really changed my mind about the signs and our natal charts and what it all really means. So how Spirit is helping you here, 7 of Pentacles. Okay, Spirit is saying, okay, you already hold the 1/2 of the wish. Okay, you're holding that apple, right? The apple, when we put it in ink in the half and we put it on something, right? There's the star, there's the wish. You hold it. Spirit says, right? And you've got that golden cord attached here. So just wait and things will come together. Okay, here we've got the 2 of Cups again. But again, this is reminding you that there is no separate entity really between you and your true divine counterpart. Okay, you are entangled into each other at all times, no matter where you are. Judgment. Spirit is saying that really consider, again, right? Throat chakra here. What are you wishing for? And how are you speaking those wishes into the universe? Because 7 of Wands, it's very interesting, okay? Because I feel like part of what they're saying here is that the masculine is learning about love, right? So you have to wait for the masculine energy, whether it's within you or within them or both, to be ready to break out of this chained energy. And then we have the 10 of Wands, right? The feminine energy, the feminine heart may have been carrying an unrealistic energy of what love is. And that's why Spirit is having you practice, right? By following these little inklings of joy so that you can determine and align yourself to whether or not what you're feeling for someone is this kinship of atomic connection, or is it really love? Okay. So 7 of Pentacles, King of Cups. All right. If this is for you, it will come forward. Okay. 2 of Cups. Right now it's going through, Oliver might bark. I might have to edit the video just to let you know. No. Right now it could be going through a growing phase. We go through the growing phase before we ever get to the metamorphosis part of cocooning. Okay, so you might be like, yeah, we've been in separation. We've cocooned. Not yet. Okay. Judgment. Is that all? Okay. 3 of Pentacles. For some of you, it's how do you, Spirit is trying to show you, how do you incorporate this into your life? How do I, now that I recognize the patterns, how do I move into the next patterns to be able to have this traveling forward in my life? Okay. 7 of Wands. There's the Emperor. Okay, again, the masculine energy is working here. Working out hard to get to this Emperor state. And the 10 of Wands here, right? Because there's the Hanged Man. The feminine has had this high, okay, energy of what they think love is. Well, the masculine, right, is barely tapping into the emotions. Okay, underneath there is the Empress. The Empress's ideas here, right? Really, this is what's keeping the masculine hiding out. In part, the masculine's like, there's no way that I can live up to that expectation, right? And every time I try to work on myself and make a move, I just get freaked out. And perhaps they are drinking or, you know, other ways of self-soothing. All right. Yeah. Bottom of the deck here, we've got the Venus, right, is waiting to get this, like, all of this love. And yet not allowing themselves to be receiving of the joys of these little bits of love. Of, oh, I love avocado. Oh, I love drinking tea, right? Oh, I love this. I love that. Like there's a healing that has to kind of go in part here that Spirit's leading you through. Okay. So, right, the storm. The storm here is cleansing. The challenge here, right, is to allow yourself to go into this storm unafraid. The feminine energy does see the storm differently than the masculine energy. Okay, the feminine is seeing that, like that thunder, right? That water. The masculine is seeing the earth and the wind, right? So it's different aspects of the elements that are being seen differently there. And so you just have to stand there in the stillness and allow this, okay? Because once you get into it, then it's a whole new emotional world, right? And Spirit offers you this path forward, which is really quite beautiful. It is the rebirth on the other side of this, okay? But to get there, you have to go through the emotions to Camelot, right? Through the lake, right? The lake, now I gotta dig the book back out. The lake over, what did they say? Okay. There is Ophiuchus. Okay. It is the lake over thunder. Okay. Water over thunder and the lake over thunder. Okay. You've got to once you get out of the thunder and the lightning of the storm, you've got to go through the lake to get to that beautiful rebirth energy. I love it. When you get there, you come out on the right into your outer core, your true self. It's really beautiful. Look at this, right? That's the rebirth right there. Just beautiful. Okay, and it creates this new earth, the new biome, which is lovely. Okay, so let's see what lessons you're learning here with this storm. Okay, to release. Again, release control. Let go of the hold of what isn't ready right now or is no longer yours. Okay, let go of the outcomes. Let go of the situation. Be in the energy that what is yours, and it will be when it will. What's the rebirth here bringing you? Okay, right? Control. You're trying to control situations. You're not allowing the expansive energies of the rebirth to happen, right? You ever wonder why some children go through that quick of a labor and others like take 36 hours to be born? Someone's trying to control when they're coming into the world, right? Trying to control the expansive energies and emotions. So what's within that lake that you are learning? Okay, that you have been weary and you've been addicted to the desire of doing, ignoring your conscious needs. Okay, that's why you're being guided to sit still for a minute here. Okay, and on the other side, the outer core, when you are rebirthed, you're being guided to remember that you are very empathic. Okay, and as such, you have to have those healthy boundaries. Okay, do not let your nature be driven by the emotions of others. As all the water surrounds you, it's very energetic. It's very like attuned to electricity. That's why after we do Reiki, right after we do energy work, we drink water. We want to replenish with a little bit of that salt, right? Get the cells talking to each other, communicating to get the energy flowing. All right, so let's go ahead here. See what else Spirit wants to tell you to work on. Okay. Okay, this is your destiny. That's why they want you to really relish, okay, in that solar plexus, right? Because solar plexus is our powerhouse and it's already yours. The trigger statement in all of this is that you feel lost. But the true statement here is, again, right? I do what I love. I seek what I love, right? There is a faith. Well, there is a path, but there is a faith, right, to that. There is a path waiting just for you. Open your heart and mind so you can use it on your journey on fulfillment, right? You have to learn to listen to your heart to arrive at your destiny. Okay. Soothe. You're soothing your throat there, right? Judgment. Part of you says, I gotta fix this. But the truth is, I am willing to learn, right? Life is about learning. Lift yourself above your life situation and observe as a witness. Understand that you are so much more than the story. And then spirituality, right? Going into that astral plane, right? We do that oftentimes when we are disconnected. But we have to remember that everything is always connected. It will be beneficial for you to spend time in quiet contemplation. You need to reflect within to find the answers. So do it not as a disconnect, but as a seeking truth. They want one more. Thank you, Spirit. Pink pepper, grace. What do they have that I don't? The true statement, we are all special. You are unique. You are a blessing within yourself. Okay? Allow your inner critic to be silenced as you find the perfection in yourself and those around you. Okay? So let's go ahead and close it off with an oracle. Don't forget to like, because I'll be looking back at those likes when I go to do the next, more guided readings. Thank you. Okay? You get perception, right? The third eye is awake. The throat chakra is awake. This very much is like looks like the woman that I was just, let's see if I can show you, that I was just having come into my channeling. Okay. I don't know if you'll be able to see this image or not if I put it on my phone. I did put it on Instagram. Okay. Where is her? Where is her? Okay. This is Catherine Maltwood. Okay. Who was the one that had the vision of the zodiacs in Glastonbury? Okay. I think she's coming to talk to us. All right. So let's listen. She says it's very important for us to remember our perception. The earthly meaning. Listen, observe, and better your chances. Rely on your direct experience. Do not be swayed by reputation, gossip, or a third-party account. Trust your perception and interpretation of a situation. Be wary of gaslighting or of someone who undermines your sense of self and the world around you. Develop and hone your sensitivities. That's what they're having you do with being like, oh, I feel like I love this. Let me try this. Let me wear this outfit. I think that this is what I'm loving, right? Spiritual meaning. Your senses are clouded by thoughts and emotions. Try to distance from what others say, detach emotionally, quiet your judgments, and clear your thoughts. Find a place, preferably in nature, where you can relax and refresh your perception. Let your instinct guide you to the clear, unmistakable voice that comes not from your thoughts, but from your soul. That's beautiful. Okay, the insight here is touch, taste, smell, sight, and hearing are only 5 ways of interpreting the world around us. Many animals can sense Earth's magnetic field. Some can see heat, and others use echolocation. Being able to sense light, predators, food, heat, water pressure, or an approaching storm increases a being's chance of survival. As senses evolve according to need, an earthworm and a robin perceive the world very differently. The world remains the same, but there are countless ways of perceiving and experiencing it, right? What is your fractal? We develop and hone our senses as we interact with our environment. We learn to allow for the refraction of light when looking through water. If we pay attention, we can sense the sudden drop in temperature and air pressure that can signal rain. Sound was always a reality, but the world was silent until life developed the complex ability to hear it. What else might we sense about the world if we could hone our ability to perceive it? That's really beautiful, especially when I've been really drawn to listening to, I don't know if you've listened to like the sounds that these scientists have created by assigning tones to different shapes and like frequencies, right, in association with the celestial world. I also found plant waves this last week and listening to the plants, and oh, that all just lights me up. So, right, we say that there's nothing to hear in space because it's a vacuum, but maybe we just haven't developed enough, evolved enough to come into that energy, right? Really beautiful reading for you, Ophiuchus. So again, thank you for all the love, likes, shares, comments, subscriptions. Okay, please keep them coming. Help the channel grow. Help others find these messages. And I will see you guys next time. All right. Much love. Bye.